Hey everyone, so I understand the new trailer for Scream dropped yesterday, and well, I just finished watching it for the first time, and I actually watched the old trailer from 1996, and I was going to do a whole Way Back Wednesday comparison of the two. Unfortunately, my camera died, and literally had no idea, and the entire video I was doing was lost, so this is kind of a second viewing of it, but I'm going to actually take a look at the new trailer again, see if I notice anything I didn't notice the first time, and then share my reaction and my feelings with it. So, let's get down to that. And actually trying a new setup today. I've got my laptop here and my new computer that my wife absolutely was awesome enough to buy and help me set up here. I say help in that she pretty much set it up all by herself. So, thank you very much, Amy. I love you. Now, let's check this out here. First off, let's turn these on. So this is the second viewing of the new Scream trailer. So the one thing I noticed right away is obviously they're updating this for new technology that's available now.
This isn't funny, Amber.
It's the one thing that kind of looks, kind of looks like it's got potential. The idea of, like how is this guy manipulating all this stuff, but
All doors locked.
at the same time, it is kind of creepy how this guy's able to access all that somehow. I am glad that they kept the old design. Like I heard they were thinking about updating it and changing it.
3 attacks so far. Do you have a gun?
I'm Sydney Prescott. Of course I have a gun.
Of course.
Something about this one just feels different.
And Neve Campbell definitely looks like she's taking a Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode kind of thing, which is kind of funny considering that
whoever this is going to keep coming.
she was essentially
You ready?
she was essentially an almost a parody of Laurie Strode in the original film.
There's certain rules to surviving.
The attacks were all on people related to the
And I
original
guess
case.
David Arquette's character has basically taken over
Whatever his lane
Jamie
is,
Kennedy's
what
role
happens.
from the original film.
It's pulled us all back here. And I won't sleep until he's in the ground.
Hello, Sydney. It's an honor.
Okay, so that was that. Now, let's get to this. To be honest, I'm not excited. Like, at all. Even watching it a second time. It does not look interesting. Okay, so I saw the original Scream. I saw it because, to be honest, it looked great. And I loved the idea that it was almost a satire of the horror genre.
Do you like scary movies?
What's the point? They're all the same. Some stupid killer stalking some big-breasted girl who can't act, who's always running up the stairs when she should be going out the front door. It's insulting.
There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a scary movie.
Which is a brilliant concept, I mean, from what I understand, the original was actually written to be a comedy more than it was written to be a horror film. It wasn't until Wes Craven really came on board that it actually took on more of a horror movie feel to it. So, yeah. And then, of course, Scream 2 comes out, and I went and saw it because, that was the iconic horror movie of the 90s, so of course we had to go see that. And it was okay. It tried to do something a little bit different. And then there was Scream 3, which was forgettable to say the least. I have very vague memories of it. I kind of know who the killer was. And then there was Scream 4, which I don't even remember if I saw that one or not. I can't remember. I've tried and tried and tried to think if I remember what the plot of Scream 4 was. I don't remember it. So, and then came Scream 5. And by that time, I was done. I didn't care anymore. So I get what they're trying to do with this one. So the Halloween franchise, while I'm not a huge fan of them, I can appreciate the original film for what it is. Laurie Strode is, of course, a classic horror film character, and yeah, I while I didn't really love it, it was good, and I can appreciate how good it was. Then there was Halloween 2, which was okay. It wrapped everything up in a nice tight bow, and everything was all done. We had no more Michael Myers, and yeah, that was it. Then came Halloween 3. Let's skip that, and Halloween 4 did not need to happen. Why they brought Michael Myers back after we saw him finished off in part 2, I don't know. Then there was Halloween 5. And, oh God, that was horrible. I was just so bored through most of the movie. And when it was finally over with, I was like, okay, that's it. It's done. You know, no more Michael Myers. I don't know why there needed to be another movie. I don't know why another movie even exists. But it does. And yet it kept on going, and from what I understand, from what I've seen, it just kept going, and it would not stop until finally this one came out in 2018, which basically retconned everything to the original film. And I can appreciate that. That was actually a clever idea. And they took Laurie Strode in a new direction. They made this character more of a strong fighter type of character, and it really feels like that's what they're trying to do here. We've already seen that Neve Campbell's character. We've already seen that Sidney Prescott is a strong fighter character because we saw her do that in part 2. We saw her do it in part 1. Okay? Part 1 established Sidney as this Laurie Strode type of character, only to have her actually, you know, step up and take care of business at the end, handling everything perfectly fine. She was not the damsel in distress throughout the whole movie. Okay, she actually flipped the script, whereas Laurie Strode was the damsel in distress the whole first film. We don't need to see this. We don't need to see this character go on to be a fighter because she already was. And if you're not going to bring anything new to the table, then why are you making us watch it? Why am I spending my money to watch a film about a character that I've already seen the story of 30 years ago? I didn't care about these characters the last time you made a movie about them. I don't care about them now. I mean, granted, you got some clever ideas where you're updating the technology, but that's just a minor thing. We've seen that in other movies. I'm sure there's other films out there where people have done that kind of crap. I don't know about you guys, but I'm just not interested. Hollywood really just needs to get over this, bringing everything back 30 years later. Get some new material. Do something new. Take some freaking risks. They're not going to do that. They're not going to listen to me. They're not going to listen to me. They're not going to listen to you. The only thing they're going to listen to, unfortunately, is the almighty dollar. And if this movie is successful, we're gonna get another sequel in 2 years. They're even doing the same thing with this as they did with the Halloween films by not even changing the title. It's not called Scream 6. It's just called Scream. I swear, if they retcon Scream 2 on through Scream 5, that would just be the icing on the cake right there. I don't get it. I really don't. Oh God. This just looks bad. This just looks bad. And I don't know what anybody else thinks, but I'm not interested. I'm finished with this. I'm finished with this franchise. I was finished with this franchise 10 years ago, or whenever the hell it was the Scream 5 came out. Let me know in the comments. Maybe I'm completely off base. Maybe there's something more to this. And absolutely, let me know what you thought. You know, put me in my place if you think you can. But I don't see that happening. I don't see anybody coming to me with any kind of real arguments as to why I should bother paying my money to see this movie, or even wasting my 2 hours to sit through it. If you like this video, hit the like button. Please consider subscribing to my channel. I've got some more content coming out here in the near future, including a quick Halloween movie review. Also, we are currently in post-production for our latest short film, Sanguineus, which will be coming out later this month. Thank you so much for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Have a happy Halloween.